Hi friends, welcome to #TechieMeet. So in continuation to the exception handling series, in the last video we have seen what is basically an exception handling, and we have seen the detailed documentation related to exception handling. So but as you know, the programming is more of coding and in real terms. So in this video we'll see about the some kind of exceptions. So to start with, we'll start with the class not found exception. So point to be noted that is class not found exception is a checked exception. So compiler does type checking or compile type checking for the checked exception. So to start with the checked exception, we are taken as a class not found exception demo. So let's go for it. So what I've done, I've taken a package over here and I created a class. Now I want to check that the class is present or not. What I will do, I'll use the class not class dot for name and pass the class name over there. So I'll pass the exception demo, which is my package name, and followed by some class. Let's say I'll try with some student demo that doesn't exist. After that, what I will do, I will take get class.system/loader. It's giving me some error. So I will first it's giving error because I don't have included in try catch. No, here point to be noted that you should be included it in the try catch block. And after that only it will work as correctly. So I will taken the try block. I will in the catch gap to catch the expression that might occur in the try block. And I will print just here the print stack trace. So class so I have first loaded the class. So we're using the class dot for name. So after that, what I'll do, I'll get the load the class system loader. Yeah, so it's basically system class loader. Load class, it will pass the same name as this. Giving some error. So into get class loader. So I have taken the class.forName over here. Now I will take here class loader or dot get system class loader dot load class, and I will pass this name over here. So taken for demo purpose, I have taken that class that does not exist, and now let's see if it does give an exception or because I have one class which is student and one is that is class not found exception, in which we are ourselves giving the demo of the whether the class will be found or not. So let's see what it prints. Yeah, correctly it's thrown the exception demo dot student demo class java dot lang dot class not found exception demo java dot lang dot class not found exception demo dot student dot demo. So and it has integrated add java dot base dot slash jdk dot internal dot loader dot built-in class loader load class. So it's thrown an exception, and you can say when an exception is thrown and when you give the sprint status, it give the detailed information of what the specific exception was and it will what was the root cause of the exception. So it is mentioned using the print stack trace. So it is giving the exception, and it is a note here. It's also giving at which line the exception occurs. So at exception demo dot class not found exception dot main has given you this class not found exception dot demo dot java. So at that specific line that exception has occurred, it indicates. So while analyzing the code, you must also come to know that that is the root cause, and you must do some code change related to it. So class.forName is loading that class, and it is the root cause, and which is causing the exception. So I will now what I will do, I will try that if by giving some name of the class that do exist. Certainly the does exist. So I will change the student demo to student, which is an existing class, and I will just replace it with the class loader dot get system class loader dot load class. And yeah, so I've changed the name and note here. Now the class does exist. So now let's see what it prints on the console. See, now the exception has gone. So when the exception is not there, it will not throw any exception. So only when an exception does occur, it will throw an exception. And but our code is such that it is susceptible to get an exception. So to overcome or to handle such situation, you need to include the try catch block. Note, this is the try block. Try block. It might throw an exception, and you have to catch them, just like someone who throws the ball and someone can catch it. So you can catch the exception using the catch block. So you can correlate to that meaning. Someone is throwing and someone is catching. So in the try block, exception might be thrown. You to handle that situation, you need the try catch block. And the try contains the code that might cause an exception, and catch handles the exception. And the alternate solution to this is that you might, because it's a checked exception, you might also indicate which is the throws keyword, and because it's occurring in the main method, so I would also I can indicate this with the throws keyword. So what I will do, I'll just comment this for meanwhile, this try block. No, this is giving an error. So it's giving suggestion that it you might either add the throws declaration or surround it with try catch. So throws in is an alternative that you can give if you don't need to include the try catch. You can use a throws keyword. So if I check the first option, throws. See, now the compiler error is gone. So first it was throwing an exception because we had omitted the try catch and we had not integrated with the throws keyword also. So it was compiler was giving an error. So but post the throws keyword, the error is gone. So now let's see if it compiles correctly and we get the correct output. Yes. See, in the console, the no exception has printed. So the behavior of through which the try catch block and throws is the same. So if exception occur, then only it will print some exception or throw any exception. If any exception does not occur, it will not throw any exception. So for demo purpose, I've taken a class that do exist. So it is not throwing an exception. So but if there is some class that does not exist, so I will give some name as student demo, and over here also I will give it as a student demo, and now I will try to rerun the program. Let's see what output printed on the console. It should definitely throw an exception because we are indicating that my method which throws an exception, and the class that I am taking from the class.forName does not exist. So and also the loading the class loader dot get system class loader and the load class, it contains the name that does not exist. And one more method that you can do, you can include in the string load class. Just to means because if you I meant to change n number of classes, then in every time just changing over here or not calling, I can just include it in the string and pass it as a string over here. So I will take it as a load class here, and also I will take it as over here, and I will try to rerun the program. Now the exception should be thrown definitely. Yeah. See, now that the student demo it does not exist, and it has shown the exception as we can see in the console. So it is indicated that exception in the thread main java.lang.class.not_found_exception exception demo.student, and at the end it has indicated the root cause of the exception at 11. See, so again if you compare the stack trace that was with the try catch and with the throws, they are exactly the same, so no difference in that. And the advantage of throws keyword is you don't have to include the try catch blocks over there, and so the compiler automatically is just checking, and it compiler automatically internally throws an exception. So this video was all related to type of checked exception. We have seen the demo that how does it works. We have covered that right from the loading of the class and using the class.forName and getSystemLoader. So that is about Class.not_found_exception, which is a type of checked exception. So more videos to come on you related to checked exception and unchecked exception. Do keep liking, subscribing, #TechieMeet, and just stay tuned, and bye for now.